Oliver and Emma were inseparable. As the only two children in their neighborhood who had very long-chain acyl-CoA dehydrogenase deficiency, VLCAD, they bonded over shared hospital visits, dietary restrictions, and cautionary tales of emergency food. Their parents were vigilant, always preparing them with the necessary energy bars and medical supplies before any adventure. One crisp autumn morning, Oliver and Emma decided to explore the forest at the edge of town, a place they'd only seen from afar. Excited whispers filled the air as they planned their expedition. In their enthusiasm, they dashed out the door, forgetting the emergency food that was crucial for their well-being. The forest was magical. Sunlight filtered through the trees, casting golden hues on the forest floor. They laughed, climbed trees, and marveled at the woodland creatures. Time flew by, and soon they felt the first pangs of exhaustion. They realized too late that they had pushed themselves too hard. Oliver slumped against a tree, his face pale and sweaty. Emma's vision blurred as she tried to support him. Panic set in as they understood the gravity of their situation. Meanwhile, their parents noticed the time and the absence of their children. An uneasy feeling grew into full-blown panic when they discovered the emergency food left behind on the kitchen counter. They called the police and organized a search party. Hours felt like days as they scoured the forest, shouting their names. Finally, they found them. Oliver and Emma lay on the forest floor, barely conscious. They were rushed to the hospital, where doctors worked tirelessly to stabilize them. The waiting room was a silent battleground where their parents waged a war against despair. Days went by with no definitive answers. Machines beeped and medical staff moved in and out, leaving the parents to grapple with their worst fears. One evening, when hope seemed to be slipping away, a doctor came in with a guarded smile. "They're fighters," she said. "We believe they'll recover, but it will take time." The relief was overwhelming. Oliver and Emma were not out of the woods yet, but the clouds of uncertainty had begun to part. As they slowly regained their strength, they promised never to forget their emergency provisions again. Their adventure had taught them a lesson at a heavy cost, but it also strengthened the bond between them and their families, reminding everyone of the fragility and resilience of life.